Hi, my name is Uti Prakash. I am from Chanakya National University and presently I am an intern at LexClick. In this video, we will be talking about investigation of offences and the use of the police force in doing so. Section 23 of the Police Act 1861 provides that it shall be the duty of every police officer to collect and communicate intelligence affecting the public peace, to prevent the commission of offences and public nuisance, to detect and bring offenders to justice, and to apprehend all persons whom he is legally authorized to apprehend, and for whose apprehension sufficient ground exists. Section 29 of the same Act provides that there shall be penalties if this provision is not followed by the police officers. Now, the CRPC does not contemplate the use of police officers in respect of investigation of offences, as it has divided offences into two grounds, cognizable and non-cognizable. The definition of which is given under Section 2 of the Act. Section 2 Clause C talks about cognizable offence, where it means cognizable offence means an offence for which, and cognizable case means a case in which a police officer may, in accordance with the first schedule or under any other law for the time being in force, arrest without warrant. Non-cognizable offences means an offence for which, and non-cognizable case means a case in which a police officer has no authority to arrest without warrant. Now, in cases of cognizable offences, and police officer does have the power and is entitled to investigate and arrest the person without any warrant or without any special instructions from the magistrate. The law not only gives the police the power to do it, but also allows it to carry out and implement this in certain cases. It's basically in cases which are against a public right, and where the offender of the crime has to be arrested as soon as possible without any further delay. In cases of non-cognizable offences, generally speaking, a police officer is not allowed to arrest without a warrant, and except for in cases where they have special direction and order from a judicial magistrate to carry out the arrest without any further warrant. Now, in case of non-cognizable offences, it is exceptions apart. Non-cognizable offences are mostly private offences, and in that case, the state and the judicial system lets it be in the right of the private people to collect the research and come to the judicial system for further justice, and hence keep out of it. But in certain cases, for example, in section 155 subclause 2 and subclause 3, it is stated that if a judicial magistrate considers it desirable that a non-cognizable case should be investigated into by the police, he can order the police to do so. In that case, the police officer will have the power in respect of investigation, except for the power to arrest without warrant, as he would have exercised if the case would have been a cognizable one. In case where the offence is not cognizable, and according to the first schedule or any other act at the time in place, it cannot be considered cognizable simply on the ground that for the commission of such offence, under certain circumstances, the police is given the power to arrest without warrant. Like, for example, if in a special case the police is given the power to arrest without a warrant, and that offence is not a cognizable offence, then it does not mean that that offence eventually perpetually becomes a cognizable offence. If the offence is not given as cognizable under first schedule or any other act at the time and place, it is not cognizable, and it still remains non-cognizable even in the special cases and exceptions where the magistrate has the power to do so. If you want to learn about more about the cognizable and non-cognizable offences and the provisions related to it, you can go out and study section 155, 156 and 157 of the CRPC along with section 2 for the definition. Thank you.